I'm leaving Alpine, Arizona this morning. Climbing out of the cool pine forest, headed east toward the New Mexico border, and a river that's held my curiosity for years. Just across the state line, the land folds open into high mesas, volcanic ridges, and quiet, forgotten canyons. And winding through it all, like a stubborn thread in an old tapestry, is the San Francisco River. It begins high in the White Mountains and flows some 159 miles through Arizona and New Mexico before joining the Gila River far to the south. But here, in this northern stretch, it's a wild thing. It cuts deep into volcanic rock, runs clear after the monsoon, and whispers stories older than maps. I've always been drawn to this borderland, the way it holds silence and surprise in equal measure. So today, I'm going to pay it a visit. Let's see what the San Francisco has to say. I walk down to the fence and cross over into Apache National Forest land, and begin to follow the faint path the water left behind. Each bend pulls me deeper down canyon. It appears spring is in the air. As I round a bend in the wash, I find it unexpected, still water. A spring tucked beneath overhanging stone and shaded by pines. The water doesn't flow, it rests perfectly still. A dark mirror, reflecting the canyon walls, the reaching trees, even the sky above. It's as if time has stopped here. The bedrock underfoot smooths out old lava, but just ahead, it ends. A sudden 40-foot drop. Where the creek once leaped into open space, there's no safe way down. So I climb. The north face is steep, a tumble of massive rocks and yellow grass. Then I see it. A natural, slide-long, sloped, and sunlit cuts through the far wall. I double back, cross the creek bed once more, climb the opposite hill, and walk a short, quiet stretch to the top of the slide. It's steep, remote, beautiful. I descend carefully, watching every step until I reach the bottom. The air changes here, cooler, heavier, a hush, not of stillness, but of presence. I pause and look around, and I realize this is Apache country. Not in name alone, but in feeling. These cliffs, these narrow passages, this was their stronghold. A place of retreat, of movement unseen. They knew every fold, every hiding place, every echo in the stone. The Chiricoa, Mimbrello, and Mescalero once walked here, not as visitors, but as guardians. Scattered branches, sun-bleached logs, and untouched debris tell me no one's been here in quite some time. This place has had the canyon all to itself. No footprints, no tire tracks, just wind and wildlife. Then I spot it. The skull of a calf, small, delicate. The bone is pale, clean, a quiet remnant. Whether it wandered in and fell, or was taken, I'll never know. But here it rests now, claimed by the canyon. I'm walking down a rugged tributary canyon that feeds the San Francisco River, deep in the wilds of New Mexico. The ground is rough, with stone and whispering grass, and then I see it. Another skull. A skull, long, lean, and unmistakably wild. I lift it carefully, brushing away the dust. A tapered snout, large canines, the wide, zygomatic arch of a powerful jaw. This was a wolf. Most likely, the Mexican gray wolf. Canis lupus bailey. the rarest subspecies of grey wolf in North America. Smaller than its northern cousins, yet no less cunning, these wolves once roamed the borderlands freely. In this borderland canyon, this wolf still lingers, even in silence. Something catches my eye. The bones. They continue up the hill, a faint line of white against the ochre slope, vanishing into the brush. Curiosity pulls me forward. The soil is freshly disturbed, scuffed and compressed, and there, just visible, the unmistakable tracks of a large feline. Broad, round, with no claw marks, classic signs of a mountain lion. Silent, solitary, the ghost of the canyon. I begin to climb through thorn and sticker, the ground steep and crumbling beneath my boots. Each step draws me deeper into a story written in silence. Here a rib, there a vertebra, scattered like breadcrumbs, leading upward. And then the scene opens. Bones, dozens of them, a pelvis, vertebrae, jawbones, splinters of skull, not just from a calf, but other animals too. Like this coyote skull. Some I can't even place. A quiet, sun-bleached boneyard, no struggle visible, no drag marks, just remains. It becomes clear. A predator's place. Most likely a mountain lion, one of the true ghosts of this landscape. Solitary, patient, perfectly at home in these remote canyons. This spot, shaded and steep, would be the ideal vantage for a kill and a safe place to feed unseen. I pause. The air feels heavier here. Not dangerous, but ancient. Sacred, even. As if I've stepped into someone else's room without knocking. I consider going farther, deeper up the slope. But something inside tells me this isn't mine to explore. So, with quiet steps and a lingering glance, I turn back. Back down the hill, back to the dry wash, where the canyon resumes its winding course. Sometimes, the wild shows you just enough, and that is more than enough. It's moments like this that remind me, you don't need a trail or a map to find the extraordinary. You just have to let the land unfold. And now, I've arrived. After miles of dry wash and volcanic stone, the sound of flowing water feels almost surreal, like finding breath at the end of a long silence. But there's something else. All around me, unmistakable signs. Flattened grass, fresh scat, the faint imprint of heavy hooves, elk. A herd has been here recently. Likely bedded down at night in the cool safety near the river. Shade, water, cover, everything they need to survive. And there it is, the San Francisco River, named not for the city, of course, but for St. Francis of Assisi. The river earned its title from early Spanish explorers in the 1600s. The river flows, indifferent, but the land speaks, in patterns and in presence. I've made it, but it is, at this point, I have to call it a close. The sun is beginning its slow descent behind the canyon rim, casting long shadows across the wash. The air cools quickly here, and the silence deepens into something almost sacred. I will turn back, climbing out of the riverbed, weaving through thorn and stone. But as I go, I carry it with me, this day, this place. The quiet tracks of elk in river mud, the skull of a long-gone wolf. The hush of wind over ancient stone. All of it layered together in a tapestry of wildness, fragility, and wonder. This is truly a magic world of amazement.
Scenes I once imagined. Frames align, the edges fashion. Times are real and I'm the edit. Cut to wonder, go ahead and bet